introduction of BPCL refinery in Mahul, Mumbai. Then I will continue with explaining various best practices we have implemented in the field of environment protection, sustainability drive, and energy management measures carried out in refinery, and various aspects and details of Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited refineries net zero plan. I will discuss for Mumbai refinery as well as a few aspects on corporate level and the path forward in future. So quickly to give you the introduction of BPCL refinery, it was commissioned way back in the year 1955. That time capacity was 2.3 million metric ton. Now design capacity of our refinery is 12 million metric ton per year. We believe in the term ARISE, which is the acronym which summarizes our core values and principles to achieve our goals: resilience in our journey, innovation in implementation of various technologies, synergy with our industry, and achieving the excellence at par. Under the activities directed by Ministry of Environment and Forest and Climate Change, we have implemented Mission Life during last year with the themes given: energy conservation, water, sustainable food system, single-use plastic, waste reduction, healthy lifestyle, and e-waste reduction. And we have participated enthusiastically for social contribution, and various talks were given on awareness. To go further, I wish to inform the audience about the product pipeline which we have implemented since last 20 years. Most of the products, more than 90% of petrol, diesel products and kerosene, including LPG and ATF also, aviation turbine fuel also, they are transported to various locations from Mumbai across country up to Delhi and in Kochi also. This leads to reduction in scope 3 greenhouse gas emissions, and it is safe practice also, and transportation through road is avoided. The list of various pipelines is given for various products. Our crude oil is also imported 80%, and Bombay crude, that is also transported through pipeline to our refinery. And this is the reason why coastal refinery are set up earlier, to avoid the cost of other transportation. One of the important project we have implemented in our refinery is to minimize the VOCs, volatile organic compounds, for the filling the road tankers for various products, special products like benzene, toluene, special boiling point, naphtha, hexane, and mineral turpentine liquid, liquefied mineral turpentine. They are transported through road tanker at our refinery dispatch unit. And earlier it used to have top loading facility. Now it is stopped totally, and now bottom loading facility has been commissioned. What are the benefits? Benefits are vapor regeneration has been reduced. There is safety improvement for the people surrounding while filling and transporting the special boiling products, special petroleum products. Then loading time is reduced, and wastage and contamination of products are also reduced. Another important project to reduce the VOC emission we have implemented in refinery since last 20 years is benzene and toluene vapor recovery system. This system basically uses two adsorber columns. One is in operation and another goes for regeneration. It has got chiller connected through the tanker through the blower, and the vapors are condensed. The condensed vapors then recycled back into the system for further processing. This is how the vapors which were supposed to go safely into the atmosphere, they are recovered and recycled. And this is the photo of our benzene recovery system. So it's very important project as far as reduction of VOC emission goes. Other VOC emission reduction measure implemented in our ETP is covering of ETP subunits so that VOCs are not escaped into the atmosphere, and the equipment in ETP, they are tilted plate interceptor, corrugated plate interceptor, open sump, and dissolved air flotation unit, and including equalization tank. So they are covered and connected to VOC removal system. This is the photograph of our activated carbon filter for recovery of VOC from the system. Then third project into the field of sustainability and environmental protection, which is very important for everybody of us to capture the rainwater available to us. I can share one saying of Tirukkural, which is Tamil poet. Since last 1,000 years, these kurals are very popular among the masses, and it says that no life on earth can exist without water, and the ceaseless flow of that water cannot exist without rain. Such is the importance of rainwater. Normally, what we see in our cities and industries, most of the rainwater, most of the rooftop rainwater, which is clean in nature, goes into the drain. However, in our refinery, since last 25 years, we have started the rainwater capturing at various locations. This is the list, and all this water captured from rooftop as well as surface water from sports club ground, they are captured, and more than 60,000 meter cube per year during the monsoon in Mumbai. We recycle this rainwater in our raw water cooling tower system, and it saves a lot of revenue also. More than 1 crore to 2 crore rupees are saved, and that much amount of water is reduced from municipal corporation, which supplies the fresh water to our refinery for drinking purpose and some industrial cooling purpose. Another important aspect in sustainability and water conservation is to utilize the recycling of the wastewater generated from municipal corporation, that is sewage water. The sewage treatment plant of STP water we receive from Rashtriya Chemicals and Fertilizers, which is our neighboring industry. They have provided the tertiary plant, and this water of around 5 mld to 6 mld is given to us, and that much amount of water is now available for people in our municipal corporation area. This is water of very good quality, and it is used for cooling purpose and as well as boiler feed water for making the steam. The benefits are 40% reduction in fresh water consumption already occurred, and the chemical cost also has been reduced. Another important sustainable initiative implemented at our refinery is reprocessing and recycling of used cooking oil. It is called UCO to manufacture biodiesel. The used cooking oil from our canteen is collected in at safe place in various drums, and then it is sent to biodiesel manufacturers. And we have received the green certificate by Mrs. Monze towards this reduction in equivalent greenhouse gases by recycling the used cooking oil. The various benefits are greenhouse gas emissions are reduced. So meeting the government mandate. It's a best example of circular. Though these efforts are, it may look very small effort as far as industrial and refinery operations goes, but it's very important. If everybody does implement such type of initiatives, automatically circular economy grows and reduction of GHG emission also do occur in our society. Another renewable energy implementation, what we have done in our refinery is implementation of solar power panels at our Nala, which is flowing through refinery boundary from Chembur hills. That is called Anik Nala. And the capacity is 340 kilowatt, and it has been successfully commissioned since last 6 years, and it has reduced the carbon emissions to the tune of 2,000 metric ton per year. And also our refinery has implemented 100% LED light fittings, which has saved 9,800 megawatt hour per year, which has offsetted the scope 2 GHG emissions by 7,840 metric ton. These are small initiatives, but they are very key to achieve the sustainable goals. Then another afforestation, that is offsetting the GHG emission by implementation of tree plantation using Miyawaki method, which saves a lot of space as well as it's very compact and very useful, where in cities the space constraint is there, as well as in our refinery also there is space constraint. Miyawaki method, it's Japanese method which goes 10 times faster. They are special plants with medium height and they are highly denser also. Useful for biodiversity, 100 times more useful and 30 times better for carbon dioxide absorption. Also reduce the noise and dust particles in the atmosphere by providing the Miyawaki method plants. And this is the photograph of Miyawaki in Chembur area in Vivekanand High School campus. The Jnaneshwari, which was written 800 years back by Saint Jnaneshwar, it says in Marathi, I will read and then I will translate it in English. जो खंडावया घाव घाली लावणी जयाने केली दोघा एकची सावली वृक्ष दे जैसा. He says that a tree gives same shade to both who has come to dig it out and who has planted it. Such a human who doesn't discriminate shows highest kind of generosity like a tree. And another eternal truth said by Saint Jnaneshwar in Bhavarta Deepika, chapter 16, फुली फळी छाया मुळी पत्री ही धनंजया वाटेचा ना चुके आलिया वृक्ष जैसा. It means a tree or medicinal plant never turns down anybody who comes its way and gives away everything. It has its barks, leaves, flowers, fruits and roots and withers away, leaving only for others. The same is true for a noble soul or noble human. Sustainability living is part of our ancient people, ancient culture, and over the ages and generations, we learn the aspects of taking care of nature and be grateful and show gratitude towards nature in all our day-to-day activities. Over a period since industrialization, these concepts and sustainability values are getting degraded and we are going away from nature, and this shows the impact on climate change and the change in atmospheric temperature as well as unseasonal rains and havoc occurring nowadays over the world. The saying which I narrated just now, it shows our efforts in the practices which we have adopted. I will show one case study is that one big tree was uprooted during cyclone in the year 2021 in our car parking area in refinery Mahul, and it fell on one car, and however the car was parked there safely and it was then later removed, and necessary proceedings were carried out for car owner. The felled tree was taken care by our horticulturist team, and it was replanted nearby area just adjacent to the felled tree, and it has grown very well. This is the picture just replanted the big tree. It was very old tree, and now a lot of birds are also coming there, and it has grown very well and taken the roots properly. Saint Kabir, 500 years back, he said, "Do today what must be done tomorrow, and what must be done today, right now, for the deluge comes in an instant." In Hindi, it is narrated like this: "Kal करे सो आज करे सो अब, पल में प्रलय होएगा बहुरी करेगा कब." This is very apt, and this is how we have to plan our net zero. Everybody has to plan in industry and achieve the targets given by government and to meet the scope targets worldwide. Another example of the uprooted banyan tree during the cyclone Taukte, which occurred in 2021 in our corporate Suri premises. You can see the 140-year-old banyan tree was uprooted and it was later replanted, which was a gigantic task. But however, it was successfully completed, and it was very challenging to put it back. And now the tree is standing on its own, with lot of birds are also flocking there. Another sustainability initiative for our society, what BPCL has implemented recently, is providing the air purification project, which is innovative in nature, on various buses. This filter has been installed at the rooftop of bus, which is the rooftop filter is open, and when bus travels across, the air is getting filtered in the city. There are many benefits, including high efficiency, triple filtration system. It has got robust cleaning capacity, particulate matters are captured, and it covers wide range. Whenever bus travels, it captures the PM10 particles. There are 100 buses, BST buses has been provided this filter. When industry comes together with the help of municipal corporation as well as pollution control board, the such methods or such efforts will surely clean the air for cities where pollution level is high in nature. Such efforts are implemented in various metros like Kanpur and Kolkata and Delhi also, and this is one of the efforts we have implemented. Other environmental projects in meeting the sustainability goals is near zero waste to landfill certification we have achieved for more than 95% of waste through circular economy, through recycling, to metal reclaimers, and by circulating it by various ways and means, and avoiding it to go to landfill. So this has been achieved, and our aim to go for 99% and then to 100% avoiding the landfill. Our other refineries in Kochi and Bina also, they achieved similar zero waste landfill certification. This is the overview of our environmental protection system, including strict monitoring implemented at our refinery, state-of-art effluent treatment plant where zero discharge is achieved and total water is recycled back into cooling tower system. Flare gas recovery system has been implemented. I will show one of the slides for this. And biogas plant also has been implemented, which converts the canteen food waste using the anaerobic digestion system, and the methane gas which is generated is again burned in the burner and stove for boiling water, etc., and making the tea in canteen. So this is the good example of circular economy. We have closed loop sampling system where the samples are required to be tested. They are taken through specific sampling bottles, and no drop is wasted. Everything is recycled back. This is the example of energy conservation measure implemented in the process of isom unit, where there were earlier two distillation columns were implemented for isomerization in naphtha unit, and now it has been innovative idea was implemented to make in divided one column, so that space is saved, operating cost is reduced by 20 to 30%, energy also conservation has been saved, and other energy cost has been reduced. This is one technical implementation in our process unit, has been successfully implemented and received many awards from Government of India. This is one of the measure recently implemented in our residential colony by providing BLDC, that is brushless direct current fans, which saved carbon emission, which is having high airflow, quiet also, and having smart control remote options available, which save 70% power as compared to normal fans which we install in our homes and offices. Less wear and tear and longer lifespan, and there is no almost zero maintenance cost. These are the latest BLDC fans available in market, and around 3,000 fans has been already provided in our residential colony recently, and that reduces electricity bill at the same time. This is one of the example implemented at refineries, recovery of flare gas, which is the safety requirement, and whenever any plant upset or pressure changes occur in emergency or any dynamic situation occur in our refinery units, some hydrocarbon lighter gases, they have to lead to the flaring. Minimum flaring has to be done. However, most of the gases, more than 60 to 70% gases are recovered, and they are condensed and recycled back through flare gas recovery system called FGRS. Capacity is 12 tons per day, and it has saved a lot of VOC emissions and greenhouse gas emissions. And recycling of the hydrocarbon condensed in the system, they are reprocessed in the slop system. This is a picture of our flow sheet of flare gas recovery system. Another very good example in our net zero journey is providing electrical heat tracing to hydrocarbon, heavier hydrocarbon fuel oil or bitumen lines in offsite areas as well as process plant area. It's a very good technology for heat management and avoid the steam requirement and other leakages, etc. As far as our energy performance goes, there are 136 small project schemes has been implemented in last 5 years, which has saved 126,000 million ton of metric ton of oil equivalent, and energy index has been reduced by 14.3 with monetary saving of around 300 crores rupees. And however, capex was rupees 128 crores. So it's a lot of benefit in terms of reduction of greenhouse gas emissions to the tune of 3,97,000 metric ton. So what are these energy schemes, you might wonder? So it's simple. Close monitoring and controlling all parameters in furnaces and boilers. Every day, every hour, every minute, these parameters are checked, controlled, and monitored by the expert team in panels as well as the energy conservation auditors. Then improvement in various operational performance parameters. All our Process safety valves and control valves are continuously surveyed to identify if any valve is passing, and then rectification is done to reduce the air losses. Another good example is implementation of advanced process control to control the various parameters to reduce the energy consumption. We have implemented dashboard using energy analytics, and daily energy intensity is monitored and discussed at various forums, and updates are given to management to have various decisions to minimize the losses and control the energy consumption in heaters and furnaces and boilers. This helps us to improve the energy performance in day-to-day as well as various times to avoid shutdowns and emergency conditions. We have implemented the FRP blade, eFRP blades for our cooling tower fans, which has saved more than 10% of energy in cooling towers and various process units. They have replaced the conventional aluminum blade cooling tower fans. Flash steam recovery is also done in our various units, and steam leaks. Our aim is to have zero steam leaks in our refinery area. So during the last year 23-24, various energy conservation measures implemented, steam savings, then eFRP blades for cooling tower as I explained just now. And for 24-25, we have major conservation initiatives planned using the electric heat tracing to avoid steam, etc. in our phase 2 operation, steam recovery in other units, power savings by implementing the energy efficient pumps with optimized capacity, then improving the preheat and reducing the charge heater duty, which saved a lot of fuel, etc. So this also saves a lot of carbon emissions to the tune of more than 10% carbon emissions, GHG emissions are reduced from the system. So these are the best operational practices implemented. We have special team of engineers which are dedicated to energy and environment. They are called energy environment champions. They review the various parameters, discuss, implement new schemes and ideas to save water, to save energy, and to protect environment. Frequent online chemical cleaning for fuel-fired furnaces, where fuel oil and fuel gas is fired for combustion to generate heat or distillation and other purposes. This chemical cleaning improves the conductivity of external tubes, where the insulating material, the dust particles, they are removed continuously. That proper conduction of heat will be occurred. We have steam trap management program efficiently implemented for all process units, and it is continuously carried out for further improvement. We do carry out periodic energy and water audit, mandatory energy audit in refinery every 3 years, and we implement the recommendations given religiously they are implemented religiously at our plant level. So coming to the very important and critical aspect of today's discussion is about net zero targets. 2040 is the number, is the year we have set ahead of Government of India target of 2070 declared by our Prime Minister in COP26 in Glasgow 2 years back. We have already prepared strategic roadmap and action plan to achieve Scope 1 and Scope 2 net zero emissions, and energy transition is going ahead as per the plan by 2040, and I'm sure we will achieve the target on net zero. We have estimated Scope 1 and Scope 2 emissions considering the baseline of 29-22 and already achieved more than 17 to 20% reduction in carbon by implementation of various energy conservation measures in refinery. Protecting and caring for Mother Earth is our fundamental duty and responsibility, and we respect the care. What are the types of GHG emission, you might wonder? Scope 1 is emission which is called under or which are determined under direct sources, that is on-site energy consumption from boilers, furnaces and heaters and other manufacturing equipment. They are company-owned facilities under Scope 1. Scope 2 is indirect emissions from the purchase of electricity for our refineries' own use and all other manufacturing sites. So these are Scope 1 and Scope 2, and Scope 3 is indirect emissions from like pipeline or transporters out of the site where the value chain transportation occurs. However, in our the net zero, we have considered Scope 1 and Scope 2 carbon emission reduction plan. There is difference between carbon neutrality and net zero. Net zero consists of various greenhouse gas emissions. Carbon talks about reduction of carbon dioxide emissions at site by various means. As I told, the baseline of carbon emission or GHG emission that was decided for the year 2019-20 and for last 3 years, 2021, 21, 22 and 22, 23, you can see the numbers has been reduced by around 20%, 17 to 20%. And the study of carbon emissions contributed from various processes in the refinery that shows the result and analysis of this data says that steam system, that is boiler, etc., they consist of 27% CO2 emission contribution, including power plant, cogeneration power plant, then heat recovery steam generator, etc. And hydrogen generation emits around 15%, and other refinery fuel consumption contributes to 58% volume of carbon dioxide emissions. The pro rata GHG emission, 1000 metric ton CO2 equivalent, with the comparison to our baseline emissions, that shows this reduction trend if we go with implementation of various ACM plant in our refinery area and other net zero projects. What are these net zero projects? This I will discuss in later slides. There are various levers which has been defined for carbon dioxide equivalent abatement process. They are like implementation of energy efficiency improvement projects in refinery, application of renewable power to replace the grid power, which is based on thermal power, the electricity purchased from outside. Then electrification of various selected steam driven turbines, and the electrification would be available through renewable energy sources. The use of electric boilers for steam production, again, this will be based on renewable energy sources. The conversion of steam tracing to electrical tracing, which I already discussed, electrical tracing projects implemented in refinery, and some projects are going on. Then utilization of green hydrogen in place of grey hydrogen. The hydrogen which is generated in methanation process in refinery, they are called grey hydrogen, and green hydrogen which is would be generated electrolyzers and water vapor, they are called green hydrogen, provided there is renewable energy sources are implemented for generating the green hydrogen. In CCUS, that is carbon capture process for process heaters and flue gases is planned, and various studies are being carried out through our corporate research and development section and various institutions in India like IITs and BRC. So this project is being undertaken at various places in refineries of Bharat Petroleum, Kochi and Bina as well. Then utilization of clean fuels are planned like bio-CNG, then green and blue hydrogen in places, replacing consumption of fossil fuels. This is how our levers are defined, and we will go ahead implementing these measures to reduce the CO2 emission and meet our net zero targets well ahead of time. And these are the various list of various initiatives to meet the net zero targets with reduction in carbon emission based on the current available data. This is the gist and summary of key activities like installation of solar power, replacement of steam pressing, electric boilers, then providing the 110 kV volt infrastructure for power import reliability to minimize this thermal power, and reducing the stoppage and stopping the gas turbines in refinery to minimize the carbon emissions. So the takeaways from our today's webinar, it's very important key presentation slide. This slide has been prepared long back over a period of time. This is updated, and for our net zero, I am presenting it to reduce our energy cost and minimize our GHG emissions. We have various options like improving the energy efficiency, production of green energy, which has to be made cheaper since the cost of today's green energy is higher, like renewable as well as solar as well as CCUS, that is carbon capture projects. So our research nationally as well as internationally should lead to the cheaper green hydrogen processes. And how this will be done, in the middle portion it is explained, like optimizing our processes for implementation of the computerization and control of various parameters, automatically recovering most of the heat, preheat, etc., and adoption of developed equipment, modernized equipment, and by replacing the old inefficient equipments, and advancing the process technology through research and development, using the latest available catalysts, etc., in our reactors, improving the efficiency by conducting energy audits frequently over a period of time. This will improve and replacing the old equipments. We can reduce the cost through recirculation and adopting the principles of circular economy. We can buy cheaper energy through solar as well as offsetting the carbon emissions. So in detail, we can improve the monitoring and operations. It is in our hand. We can always implement the best practices in our operations. Digitalization is the buzzword nowadays, and this is the game changer. We must optimize our operations and reduce the waste and losses. All the time we have to optimize and minimize the losses. Heat integration studies and improving the heat integration in the system is also most important energy improvement measure. The best way to predict your future is to create it. This is said by Abraham Lincoln, and it is true in our day-to-day operation. We have to plan, we have to have clear vision, and we have to adopt various steps to achieve our targets. What is the way forward to achieve our net zero plan as well as our ECM, sustainability and environmental goals, is developing the competent people. People are the bedrock and they are the pillars of any organization. So we have to identify competent people, and with the help of these efforts, human efforts, we can achieve our targets and goals by motivating as well as by creating the energy efficiency and sustainability culture in our organization. I know this requires a lot of efforts. This is not one day job, but I am confident over a period this can be achieved. And I have seen during the my PCRA deputation period when I visited many oil industry as well as multinational companies in private sector, the people, they are driving the organization and they are very dedicated force to achieve the sustainability goals. Second step to achieve our net goals, they are optimum green fuel provision and the requirements to be fulfilled using the methods which are sustainable in nature. Flexible modern design is the key to modernize our old plants and always renew the design as per the design and requirements. We have to adopt efficient and effective technology to achieve these goals. And of course, digital monitoring is must for any industry, every industry, for our day-to-day activities and optimization of our process parameters. We believe excellence is not just a goal, it's our guiding principle, and that is how we achieved our past goals and we are planning for our future net zero goals. There is Atharva Veda saying, which has been talked by our ancient rishis from 5,000, 10,000 years back. They say that Samvidana Diva Kave Shriyam Mahadehityam, which means with an utter sense of ethics and beautiful attitude, we can live happily in an honorable position. It is reiterated that evolving earth of one accord with the sun sets supersentinents here in glory and in wealth. I believe in Gandhiji saying that be the change you wish to see in the world. And there is Sanskrit saying from Rigveda says that Anu Bhadrakratayo Yantu Vishwataha. That means let noble sustainable thoughts come to us from all directions. And I thank Association of Energy Engineers Western chapter, Nagpur chapter, for organizing such noble webinars to spread the knowledge and to bring people together to take our nation forward and to achieve our goals. सभी दिशाओं से अच्छे विचार हमारी ओर आए. Thank you.
Excellent, Mr. Vyavhare, and it was an excellent presentation. And BPCL has really tried the 360 degree way of this achieving the net zero. And I hope this is an exemplary example which BPCL is setting. And I hope all the other companies also follow this and we achieve our net zero goal of 2070 much before time in this way. So I hope the journey will keep on continuing, because it's definitely not never an end to good things. So I hope you keep on striving your efforts. And now the floor is open for the questions. So if you have any questions, you may raise the hand or type the question in the question answer box. Yes, do we have any questions? Of course, it was very much self-explanatory. I mean, the session was explained very well. All the activities were explained very well. But if you have any questions, you may put it forward. So today there don't seem to be any questions.
Thank you. Thank you for your kind words.
Yes. So we hope to continue association with your activities.
Yeah,
And-
ma'am. There are so many topics and so many interesting projects are there. So in future also, I would like to join here to share the thoughts and experiences.
Yeah, very soon we will be also be starting a newsletter where you can actually share case studies also.
Sure, ma'am.
So in future also we will be. Yeah, and thank you everyone for joining this session. And we look forward to your feedback and suggestions. And like if you are interested in presenting on this forum, do let us know. If you have any membership queries, you can contact us on my WhatsApp number, that is 98230-71702, or you can write an email at awewesternindia@gmail.com. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Vyavhare, once again.
Thank
It
you,
was a
ma'am.
great session.
Thank you for your kind words and motivation. And we will join next webinars also in future and share our experiences. Thank you, ma'am.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you.